Well, if old cars could talk, wouldn't it be interesting? Well, this 69 COPO Camaro can. You know why? Because the original owner still owns it, and it's got some stories to tell.
My dad bought my mom a 68 Corvette big block and asked me whether we should get her a clutch or an automatic. And of course, back in those days, no red-blooded American boy ever said anything about an automatic. So I said, you gotta get her a stick shift. And unfortunately, she was 5 foot and she never was able to drive it. And my dad got really angry at me and made me trade it in, even up. He wouldn't give me or my mom a nickel more. And he said, go buy your mom an automatic car. I don't care what it is. I don't care what it does. Just go buy it. So I went to Sport Chevrolet in Silver Spring, Maryland. I said, what do you got that's fast? And there was a 425 horsepower COPO Camaro sitting on the showroom floor. And my mother says, it looks a little plain. You sure you want this? I said, yeah, Mom, I think this is gonna be just fine. So that night, we drove it home, even up trade on the 68 Corvette, and I learned what street racing was all about. But eventually, like all stupid kids, I got caught. That was the last night we drove the car on the street. So then from hanging out at Coleman Brothers Speed Shop, I met Ed Warren, and between Ed and my dad, we all decided that maybe we should turn this into a super stock D-automatic car. And we ended up racing the COPO for a couple years, and then I got married and sold the car to Ed.
I'm going to bare my soul before the world here and probably get hate mail, but my idea was to put the car from super stock into B-modified production. And in order to do that, I had to facilitate liquidating the parts that came with the car. Little did I know, in 35 years, what that would mean. When I was contacted by Chris, I reflected on the fact where I was in my life and what was going on, and I thought about the fact that he wanted the car back, and I thought there was only really one really legitimate person that this car should be with, and that was Chris.
We decided that after I bought the car back, my mom her health was failing. She was almost 90, and she kind of wanted to see the car again. I wanted her to see it more than anything. We sent the car up to Legendary just in time to get my mom to see it. She passed away 4 weeks ago. She got to see it. I tried to get her in it, but she wouldn't stand for that. And she passed away 2 weeks later. So thank God for you guys and able to get it done in time.
Well, this car has obviously had an interesting and hard life and really shouldn't have been resurrected when you think about it. But what it meant to Chris Fredrick, what it meant to his family, it was well worth every penny he spent on this car. So what is a car like this worth? Priceless.